It's almost Halloween, and I've been scumming around Itchio looking for some spooky games. And I'm broke, like broker than your cousin that's addicted to Phenibut and Kratom. So Itchio is my one-stop shop for free indie games. I've decided that nothing's scarier than aliens. I mean, they've scared me since I was a child. Probably because my parents let me watch Signs and Fire in the Sky from a young age. That was a big mistake on their part. Those movies formed me into the alien-fearing man that I am today. Itchio devs seem to agree that aliens are scary, as there are a million of them to choose from. I've limited myself to 3 as I'm only one man, but I picked the ones that look the best. For my first pick, I chose Something Bad Is on the Moon. This game is supposed to be found footage of the Apollo 17 mission in 1972, and the opening reads a bit like a creepypasta. December 19th, 1972, marked the date of the last publicly disclosed moon landing. Since then, 8 classified lunar missions were authorized in absolute secrecy. I found the video recording which instigated those classified missions. Something is on the moon. And somehow, when I saw this footage last week, I think it noticed me. Being a fan of cheesy creepypastas, I'm intrigued.
Tranquility Base, this is Houston. You are go for EVA.
Is Houston British? That just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, this is an American mission. The Brits never went to the moon, and probably for a good reason. We never got to the moon. Too busy eating beans and toast. It's a really good combo, isn't it? Well, whatever the Brits may or may not have accomplished, I certainly don't think Space Command was British. Whatever, back to the game.
Roger that, Houston. This is Tranquility. Suit systems are green across the board. PLSS is operating within nominal parameters. Preparing to egress the LM. Over.
So we have a goal, to get to the radar site and reset it, hopefully bringing it back online. The walk is a slow one, but it doesn't feel too bad as we get some dialogue between the astronaut and mission command.
The solitude. The silence. You know, the human brain craves spaces. And the solitude makes me see them in the hills. Moving towards the waypoint now. Over.
You know, I think it's coded into the game that you can actually see faces in the rock of the moon, but I really can't detect any. I don't know if it's me not looking close enough, but even when I pause on the playback and really look, I just can't see any. Oh wait, there it is!
Copy, Houston. I'll make sure to inform you if any little green men pop out of the ground and eat me. Until then, though, I'm en route to the radio installation. Over and out.
A little tongue-in-cheek, our lovely astronaut here is clearly jinxing himself. And I'm not a superstitious man, but to say something like that on Lo-Fi Gaming Moon is to set yourself up for it. Absolute amateur. He's doomed himself to meet the Greys. And around 400 meters away, Houston warns you about an unidentified object heading towards your direction.
Tranquility, be advised, another lunar radar installation, 2,300 miles east. Reported a brief unidentified object crossing the lunar horizon, then went dark. Similar profile to your anomaly. It's puzzling, but proceed as planned. Over.
Not a good sign at all, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Of course, Houston hypothesizes that it could be some space debris or meteoroids, but I'm not buying it. This game isn't in the Itchio horror category for nothing. Hard reset. And it all looks good to me, though I am no engineer, not by a long shot.
Tranquility. I'm picking up a small object traveling in your direction right now. It's moving fast, very fast. I cannot get a read on the exact speed. Patching into your HUD now. It's 2,250 miles away. Please return to the capsule.
That ain't good. Time to run. This thing's coming in hot, like, real quick. I'm sprinting back to the capsule, but there's just no chance I'm gonna reach it in time. I'm stressed, knees weak, arms are heavy, spaghetti.
Tranquility? Oh, Tranquility? Tranquility. We need you to stay where you are. Please do not move. You are safe here. You are safe. You are safe here. We need you to stay where you are. Please do not move. You are safe here. Tranquility, the command module has begun its journey back to Earth. Please, hurry! Stay where you are, stay calm, and we will recover you shortly.
Oh good lord, the aliens have acquired 50s low-fidelity music. It's proper creepy, actually. The hairs on my arms are standing up. This is hopeless. The fire in the sky is gonna reach me before I can make it to the pod. Oh, okay. I'm fine. Just kidding. Eat JPEG, kid! And dump to the desktop. I feel like I did something wrong. Like, maybe if I had stayed at the radar installation when Houston told me to, I would have gotten a different ending. Not like he sounded trustworthy, but it's definitely worth a shot. I'ma try it. Nah, it's just the same shit from before. There's gotta be something else. I mean, I expected it to end with a jump scare and all, but there has to be more. I'll try one more time, and this time I'm gonna go exploring on the moon. It appears I've reached the end of the moon. Only one way to go from here. Well, this certainly isn't what I was going for when I started a third playthrough, but I can't say I didn't expect it. It's a small indie game. I can't fault the dev for not putting in more. All I know is the moon looks beautiful from the no-clip realm. 6 out of 10. A good experience with a silly jump scare that somehow got me. It was all the build-up, I think. Second pick time. I chose Incident at Grove Lake, and this one looks quite promising. Hopefully it won't end with a JPEG attack like something bad is on the moon. Repent your sins and turn to God, for the kingdom of heaven is near. Simply ominous. I'm not sure what I'm getting into with this scary Bible quote. I assume it has some important thematic value, as why else would it be here? We have an opening shot of a desert outpost in all of its pixelated glory. It's reminiscent of the Area 51 gate, an obvious parallel. Hell, it might even straight up be Area 51, I'm unsure. And I have a little diatribe here. As someone young enough to remember VHS, but not old enough to remember dial-up internet, I experienced something called anemoia, nostalgia for a time I never knew. Dial-up modems give me these feelings despite never experiencing them. These dial-up modem sounds are relevant as we see a phone call being monitored likely by the US government. It's a conversation between unspecified people, talking about how person A stole something after faking kidney stones for medical discharge, and intends to meet up with person B at a diner to show what he found. Somewhere north of Nevada. Okay, so that desert outpost had to be the gate of Area 51, no doubt in my mind. After walking up the street, I enter the diner to meet up with our mysterious contact. He's a bumbling, stuttering fool. I'm presented with a tape and some files as he tells me about how there isn't much time to get this stuff to the public. They need to know before it's too late. Sure thing, bud. I'll be your whistleblower. Surely the government won't bust my kneecaps and ruin my life or anything. Ooh, yeah, they know. It's over before it's begun. Once home, I grab the tape and put it in the VHS player. I stare at the blank TV for a while. Yeah, I didn't realize you have to interact with the TV. My bad, y'all. I figured it out in the end.
At O'Hare Airport, I was working security there.
The following tape is property of the United States government. Incident number 17. This tape takes place from August 19th to the 21st, 1997 at Grove Lake, and I'm rather excited to see exactly what's on it. I kind of already know it's aliens and such. I mean, I did read the Itchio page. We have a lovely walk through a VHS forest. Not too much to see here, pretty inconspicuous. A quick cut for camping. After all, there's nothing like slumming it in the woods without AC, am I right? Christ, fucking birds, Jesus. Screw your immersion, you bout to get learned. The tape teaches us about different kinds of contact with extraterrestrial beings. The first kind is a visual sighting of a UFO. The second kind is an event with physical effects, like dead animals or impressions in the ground. The third kind is an encounter with a proper alien. and this one includes, quote, humanoids, robots, and humans who seem to be occupants or pilots of a UFO. I found this one interesting as I never considered alien robots. I guess a robot just seems less scary to me unless it's fallen into that uncanny valley territory. Think of this and you get the picture. Finally, the fourth kind is a straight-up abduction, and that picture truly gives the slide justice. That ain't no darn shooting star, that's a UFO! I love how you can see it split into multiple different objects that form a pattern, just like those allegedly real videos from military pilots. It's a good little detail. That's unsettling. Not sure if we can exactly chalk it up to aliens as much as I could blame it on an animal. This, on the other hand, is not an animal. Shit's popping off now, and I have no choice but to walk closer to it. I feel like I'm Travis Walton from Fire in the Sky. Yup, there he goes. Off to greener pastures, I imagine. And we have a different take on an alien ship. It's not your typical sleek metal interior, but a grotesque landscape of what appears to be flesh. It's like the very ship is alive, truly a disturbing visual. As you go forth, it gets worse. People impaled by fleshy spikes litter the inside of the ship, seemingly one with it now. I love that music sting. Have you ever wanted to experience the heart-pounding rush of a water slide but with the added spice of absolute horror? Introducing the Flesh Slide, TM. The only water slide made of 100% ethically sourced non-sentient flesh. Fun for the whole family. This just goes hard as hell. Big alien. Hell yeah. Well, that appears to be the end of the tape. That was adequately horrifying, but to release this to the public would cause chaos, or everybody would just debunk it. People could make a living off debunking this shit. The tape is now concluded. Your discretion is a matter of national security. Please remember your oath and those who came before you. Please eject tape now. Hey shit baby, you ain't gotta tell me twice. That was horrifying. Looks like we got visitors. Find a parking spot, why don't you?
Comes out of Luke Air Force Base within hours of the event over Phoenix.
Uh-oh. Do your worst. Yep, that seems about right. Yep. It appears it's time for some talk radio. This is the 90s equivalent to getting on Joe Rogan.
Okay, what we're thinking of as aliens are
Just spit it out already.
They're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with.
Well, alright then, that was Instant at Grove Lake, and I enjoyed it more than Something Bad Is on the Moon by far. Let's see what we have in store with the last game on our list. Chirality. This menu's giving me some City 17 vibes, and that's a good thing. I like a dystopian city invaded by aliens, it's a good concept. Sleep paralysis. And damn, these VHS filters are oppressive. I love a good pixelated crunch fest, but damn, sometimes less is more. I'm loving the alien ships in this one, just an unnatural floating box. It doesn't even appear to be a ship, kinda subverting the expectation of a typical saucer thing. It reminds me of the monolith from 2001, how it's completely artificial to the environment, clearly not made by anything of this world. Or it looks like a dirt block. I get to listen to the radio for a while, and the radio host has this accent that I just can't pinpoint.
July 17 comes thanks to Canciller Velasquez, who offers to join the civil protection.
All I know is he's a little hard to understand. I'm not getting much exposition from it. The bathroom mirror is cracked, and I don't think that's from my raw ugliness either. More like this poor dev didn't want to model a whole character for a reflection. Can't blame the guy, sounds like a pain in the ass. With that, I get my first objective, to leave the house. I'd personally be on absolute lockdown, you know, eating ramen noodles and shaking like a leaf in the closet, but it seems our protagonist is a braver man than I. The outside is ominous, to say the least. There's no one outside, likely because everyone's locked up like I'd be in this situation. Adventure calls, though. Can't stay in the house forever. My new objective is to go to my tech therapy. Therapy doesn't really jive with me, man. I've tried it multiple times and it's always the same thing. Maybe this new tech therapy has promising results. Yeah, the therapist office is looking a bit different. Well, that was mysterious. I don't think tech therapy is for me. Too much groaning and agony. Well, hello there, gents. Here for your appointments? Well, I guess it's time to head home.
Es importante quedarse en casa para evitar confusiones. Es fundamental obedecer las instrucciones de las autoridades.
Spanish or not, this guy's talking sense. Stay home. The first priority in any alien takeover should be to cower in fear. This dude looks like Commander Video. Let's just get in the house already. Inside, my objectives are to close the curtains and feed myself. Ah, shit, they're everywhere now. Look at that. Yeah, let's just ignore that. As for feeding myself, I drink a Coke, which wouldn't be my first pick for sustenance. I eat some chips too, and I can't judge here as a comfort eater myself. When in a stressful situation, just eat some chips. Nothing can hurt you when you're giving yourself future cholesterol problems. A lot of Minecraft bits in this one. Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks to incident at Grove Lake. If I'm learning anything here, it's don't answer the door when aliens are afoot. Only leads to bad things happening. I wake up and it's time to leave the house again, and I do despite the orders to stay in the house. It's a little darker out here than before, huh? Not a good sign if you ask me. The aliens have blotted out the moon. Or maybe they just did a Piccolo. Yes! There's something bad on the moon and I want no part of it! Moon or no moon, it's time for tech therapy again. Last time was just so pleasant I needed to go back. It appears someone has set fire to the clinic. For the best, if you ask me. Tech therapy just doesn't seem to be all that humane. Granted, this is an alien thing, so humane just isn't in the cards. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ, that one got me again. Even in editing. And that was Chirality. Of course it ended with that classic Itchio horror game jump scare. Perhaps I should have been on my toes for it. I really enjoyed Chirality, though I have no conclusions about what the hell tech therapy is. And at a 10-minute runtime, I found it to be a fascinating look into an alien invasion. Short and sweet, like, I don't know, like eating a piece of candy. But the candy's from Mexico, so it speaks in Spanish and is covered in chili powder. Spicy. Well, that was 3 alien horror games from Itchio, and I have not been left disappointed. I got short, experimental games that didn't overstay their welcome, which is exactly what I was looking for. If you're going to try any of the games featured in this video, I highly recommend Incident at Grove Lake. That one was by far my favorite and seemed to be the most polished. I have been Horror with Alien Fob, happy Halloween, and thanks for watching.